kind of formula, doesn't it? Well, in a way it is. Watch. Take one standard type kid, add a racing jersey, gotta have a hat, a helmet, visor, and chin guard, add racing gloves. Then we need a racing bike pieced together from special accessories. And there you have it, a race-ready BMXer. And now to the track. BMX racing is usually done on a dirt track. This one at Delco Park in Kettering is 1,000 feet long. It features several bumps of varying heights and a lot of curves, each with a different radius. And it resembles a motocross course used in motorcycle racing, only smaller. A great deal of coordination is developed over a period of time as the participants learn to negotiate the various courses they race on. The tracks are designed with safety in mind, and all the races are insured by one of the organizations that sanction BMX in the United States. The meets are run by volunteers.
Registration is from 10 to 12. We generally register anywhere from 150 to 250 kids, we call them. And racing starts at 1 o'clock.
Riders ready.
On the line is 29B.
Listen for the horn.
Zero beginner.
Well, he always goes, riders ready, and I get ready, and when he goes, listen for the horn, I get up, and I balance my bike up against the gate, and that's when I get ready. Then when the horn goes, I take off fast as I can and pull a wheelie out of it. I just go the hardest.
9 and 10-year-old.
Each participant will race at least 3 times at a typical meet. His total accumulated points will determine if he wins a trophy.
The classes in BMX start at 6 and under and go up to 16 and over. They go as high as 29 and over. We have people as old as 32 that I've seen race bicycles.
Like all other forms of racing in the United States, BMX comes under the auspices of several different associations, one of which the new racer must eventually join.
All of the tracks in the eastern United States are sanctioned by the National Bicycle League, and they're the major sanctioning body in the eastern United States, and there is an American Bicycle Association in the western United States. And the National Bicycle League is one of the biggest. They're promoting an international bicycle motocross federation. Some bikers all over the world will be here this year. The National Bicycle League, they also sponsor the World Championship races in Indianapolis right after Christmas every year, and so far those have been the biggest races in the world for bicycle motocross. And last year I believe they had 3,000 participants in that race.
The system of classes in BMX racing encourages close competition and allows new participants to race with people of similar experience.
Okay, beginners run for ribbons. Beginners are people that aren't a member of an association, like an ABA, NBL, NBA, and the beginners are not in one of those sanctioned, and novice are sanctioned by one of them, but they don't have enough trophies to be expert. But then when they get 5 first, seconds, or thirds, they'll become expert. Then when they're expert, you have to be 14, I think, to become a pro. And you have to be accepted by a track, and pros race for money.
With the explosion of BMX into almost 25% of the entire bicycle market, and with the sport growing as rapidly as it has in the last 10 years, it was expected that sooner or later professional skills would be developed and recognized. Tonight we'll take a look at 2 facets of the BMX professional, the pro racer and freestyle.
It's a hard trick.
everyone who owns a 20-inch bike is into racing, and today one alternative is freestyle. And Bob Morales are currently on their 1981 freestyle tour, traveling around the country giving demonstrations of bicycle trick riding. Bob Haro is seen by many as the innovator of the sport of bicycle motocross, and he enjoys the distinction of also being one of the most widely sponsored BMX personalities.
I used to race motorcycles a lot, and I just basically ran out of money and got into bicycles. I started riding and doing this stuff about 4 years ago in San Diego, and it's skateboarding in my area. It used to be really popular. It was more or less a fad, and instead of riding skateboards, we started riding our bicycles there. And I was always a little better on my bicycle than I was on my skateboard. And kind of emulating what the skateboarders do on their skateboards, we started doing on our bicycles. We got a session going at the park, and just basically through practice and falling or whatnot, we just learned an awful lot of tricks. It's a relatively new thing, and this is something that I started. A couple of the tricks you're seeing, one is called an aerial. That's where you fly out of the top of the ramp, turn around, 180-degree turn, and come back in. This is a fairly difficult trick. I don't really recommend it for all the kids out there to go and do this, but there's a lot of practice involved in doing this. Another one would be like on a smaller ramp. It's called a 540 spin. You roll up the ramp and spin around in a complete 1.5 turn and come down. I'd say that's the most difficult trick that we have today. I haven't perfected it. I got lucky today.
Freestyle BMX is probably about 4 years old. It emerged from the skate parks where we would emulate what the skateboarders would do on our bicycles. Then we started getting into building our own ramps. Some of the major publications have plans to build the ramps, wooden ramps. We have our ramps made out of fiberglass or a plexiglass in frame. And the reason why we do that is so we can bring them all around the country. We couldn't bring the skate parks here, so we got the ramps to do a lot of our tricks. The skate park part of it is a little different from what we're doing. There's a lot more bigger bowls. They ride in bowls. There's a few more tricks. There's aerial 360s where we can ride up in the air, spin around, and land. A little more dangerous things we do, dropping into bowls. Some of them are up to like 18 feet deep. And a lot of the skateboarding manufacturers are kind of looking into this because skateboarding is dying out and the bicycles is coming in California especially. And I noticed that a lot of the fads spread across the United States from California.
Both Bobs are also enterprising young businessmen. Bob Haro markets many BMX accessories, and Bob Morales owns the sticker factory.
BMX mainly started with a bunch of young kids, kind of like a backyard sport, and there was a lot of opportunities that were available for the kids that got into it. Like myself, I'm 23, I have my own business now. I'm located in Torrance, California. I started out of my bedroom, and right now we've got a 3,000-foot building. I got about 17 people working for me. I usually don't tell people because they don't really believe you, but it's true. I used to basically do artwork, graphics, based up design, and I'm happen to be into bicycles, and I do what I like, and that's BMX.
Stompin' Stu Thompson represents the more traditional side of the professional scene. He races for money. Stu's been involved with BMX since its inception. He is a 3-time #1 winner of the National Bicycle Association and was the 1980 American Bicycle Association #1 pro winner. He has won every major championship available and has been the spearhead of the Red Line Factory team since 1979.
I'm touring